Welcome back to Marquee Backstage. I'm your host, Julie Milam. Today we're going to take you on an adventure in the wild. We're going to travel wide open roads with an American poet who is a true diamond in the rough. This is Tyler Hood.
Well, the night is as dark as the brown in your eyes, and I lay on my back and look to the skies, and I tell you the truth, I ain't got a lot left to give. But it's cold in the country that I left behind. I got a week or two left till the end of the line, and I'll be running as fast as I can straight home to you. 'Cause it's cold on the road and my heat ain't a-working. I got a half-empty tank and my back is a-hurting, but I see you in my rear view every mile.
Tyler, welcome to Marquee Backstage.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to have you, but I'm really excited to hear about what life was like for you growing up in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. Well, I grew up in southern Indiana, in the heart of God's country. I grew up Harrison County, for people who would know that, but grew up on a cattle farm in a real rural area outside of Milltown. And, real rural, real small, real slow, but real beautiful. That's what it was.
You probably didn't know any different, though.
No, I didn't.
So do you have siblings?
Yes, I have two younger sisters.
Okay.
And their names are redacted.
Do they look up to you?
I hope not.
Do they claim you?
Yeah, they do.
They do?
I love them. They love me.
Okay, good. What about your relationship with your parents? What was that like when you were younger?
It was good. I lived in the fear of physical consequence of my father for a while until I got big enough to not be so scared of it.
Are you bigger than your dad?
No.
No? So no intimidation?
He could still whip me if he wanted to, but I just don't let him. Keep my distance in between.
Run from him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what was life like on the farm for you when you were younger?
It was good. I had plenty of room to roam. I had cousins who also lived on the farm, so people to roam with. And
right.
So we just ran around, seeing what we could break each day. My grandpa loved it.
What big discoveries did you make on the frontier?
We didn't find anything that wasn't already found before. Our family lived there for a real long time, but I guess it was all new to us. But we were just trying to find some good place to hide things that we weren't supposed to have. Where's best to swim at? Where's best to catch fish?
Yeah. So fishing is a passion?
Yeah. The Blue River goes around our farm, so we spend a lot of many afternoons.
So it's right there on the property?
It goes around it.
Well, that's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any idea of how great that opportunity was to grow up in that environment?
No, it was just kind of like because it was always there.
Right, you took it for granted?
Yeah. People ask me all the time, where's the best place to go fishing? And it's like, I guess if you didn't grow up around fish, where are you going to go fishing?
Right. My house?
Yeah.
It's the best place to fish. So what were you like in school?
I would like to say I was a good student. I didn't work very hard, but I got good grades. And, I played your average sports.
Like what?
Played baseball, ran cross country.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you're fast.
Yeah.
Okay. You
That's
still
enough.
like to run?
I only run from bears, and I haven't seen a bear in a long time.
Are there a lot of bears on the farm?
There's no bears, so I don't run.
So you just run from your dad?
Yeah, but I don't even do that anymore. He's slow.
As he got older, he got slower?
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's good. So tell me about music. How did music first enter your life?
Yeah, I always listened to music, but just casually for a real long time. The first time I listened to music that it really made me feel something, it was probably Zac Brown Band, for what that's worth. But it was like the Foundation album by Zac Brown Band. I think all those songs were incredible. They were super impactful, and it made me realize that you could say more than pickup trucks and Bud Light in a country song.
And this Christmas was something when we were together. I had a week off of working and another for the weather. Who knew 3 feet of snow could fall down that fast? But the pictures I filled up my phone with look nice. Our baby and you next to Christmas tree lights. The last thing I see before I fall off to sleep all alone. 'Cause it's cold on the road and my heat ain't working. I got a half-empty tank, my back is a-hurting. But I see you in my rear view every mile. Hey, an Easter Sunday is a hard way to go. 100 miles away on the wide open road with my heart as black as the coal that I'm hauling away. One of these days we'll have more than a weekend. I'll turn in my keys, we'll jump off the deep end. We won't leave the front yard for 2 or 3 years. But until then I write you these open road letters. I'll keep them in the glove box till we are together, to tell you how much I miss you when I'm gone. 'Cause it's cold on the road and my heat ain't working. I got a half-empty tank and my back is a-hurting. But I see you in my rear view every mile. And all the time on the road was as hard as it's been. I just dropped off my load, I ain't going back again. And my foot's heavy on the gas, coming straight home to you.
So did you ever perform music in school for your classmates, maybe in high school? No.
Would never have done that, no.
Why?
I just wasn't confident enough to do it. And I didn't really, like I said earlier, I'm not the best guitar player in the world. Probably not the best songwriter in the world either. But now I got some years on me, so now I realize, I'm just going to do it anyways. But then I wouldn't. And I was just, I don't know, I guess I was too shy in that aspect. Mm-hmm. I'd cuss at somebody all day, but I wouldn't play a song for them.
But you were shy.
Yeah.
That's an oxymoron. I was shy, but I'd chirp at people.
Yeah. It was just aggression.
Was it really aggression? Where do you think that came from?
Don't know. I had a good upbringing. Nothing super traumatic,
Right. It was just your personality.
I was just born into it.
It's just an ornery boy.
Yeah. I don't know the words I can say on TV, so I won't finish on them.
So you used that as fuel to turn to music.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe I could, maybe if I was showing a little piece of my soul, I could apologize to all, That's a bad way of saying it.
Why would we want to do that?
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. So tell me what you're most proud of at this stage in your career, and where do you ultimately want to take your music?
Okay. I'm most proud of just, I'm trying to answer your question, but I'm proud of just being able to do it. That's one thing. I'm proud of, there's people who are willing to listen. They not just willing to listen, some people, want to listen to some thoughts that I wrote down. And it's like, it's honoring that someone took time out of their life to listen to me.
To share yours.
Yeah.
I mean, really, they're choosing to share in your life and your life experience that you're sharing through song.
Yeah.
Which is incredible. I love that you are constantly traveling. This is your job. This is your life. This is not something that you just do for fun on the side. Mm-hmm. Like, you take this very seriously. What is your favorite place that you've gone to play? Is there a venue or a city that has been overwhelmingly welcoming to you?
Yeah, I grew up, where I'm from is an hour away from Louisville. So Louisville is my musical home base, just because there's not as many opportunities where I'm from. So there's a place in Louisville called the Monarch, and it's a music and arts community is what it is. It's like a nonprofit place. It's not like a bar that you play at, but they have shows there, and so people come to the Monarch. They might not even know who's playing that night, but they come because they want to hear, good music. So that's the best place to play. That's like the best place I've played for sure.
Yeah, that fills your soul for sure. But you will go absolutely anywhere to play, right?
Yeah. Send me an email.
On the road again with Tyler Hood.
Cigarette papers and fire in a jar, half a bag of weed and an old guitar, laying in silence by the old blue river. The sun is going down, but it's getting cold, too cold to sweat. We ain't growing old, at least not yet. Just stay a little while and a little longer. Won't you teach me how to kill the hunger? I think your daddy hates me, but your mama don't. You said you'd break my heart, but I know you won't. At the end of the day, everything's my fault. I think your daddy hates me, but your mama don't. When we first met, I was just 16. Back before the fall, everything was green. Tell me, how do you live in a world so mean? You were the prettiest thing I'd ever seen. And it's getting cold, too cold to sweat. We ain't growing old, at least not yet. Just stay a little while and a little longer. Won't you teach me how to kill the hunger? And I want so bad to hold you, but I have to let you go. And this love I hold for you, you know it's strong. And maybe when we're older, we can try it one more time, but I'll be fine. Until then, here, holding on, just holding on. Said I love you, I'll say it again. What your mama don't know can be a sin. And you're starting to show where do we begin. We'll never get out of this where we're in. But it's getting cold, too cold to sweat. We ain't growing old, at least not yet. Just stay a little while and a little longer. Won't you teach me how to kill the hunger? Won't you teach me how to kill the hunger?
My favorite songwriter of all time is Chris Knight. I think he's captured the human condition, and he's captured it in a way that's like more special to me because more people have done it before. You know, people say that John Prine wrote the human condition, but I think Chris Knight did it. That more relates to me because Chris Knight he wrote the human condition for the rural man.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it resonates more with what I've seen in my life.
That makes perfect sense, really. And I think that when we connect with other people, that's one of the things that you look for is someone that has similar life experience.
Yeah, and I don't know what his life experiences were, but I've lived through a few of his songs before.
Right.
You know?
And do you want to do that for other people?
I hope you haven't lived through some of my songs,
You hope we haven't had the same life experiences. But there's a lot of people that do, and there's a lot of people that will, and they will resonate with the words that you share.
Hope so. Hope it, I think that's the goal too. Because initially the goal of writing a song down it's selfish at first. Because initially it's doing something for me while I'm writing it. It's helping me through something, or I'm writing down something that I felt strongly, and so that's initially the goal. But then the goal after that, I guess, once the emotions come through and the emotions wear down, it's not as strong of a feeling to play it. Then I'm trying to convey that emotion to whoever's listening.
Right. I mean, it's a release for you
Mm-hmm.
to get it out of your system, but then you use it to actually help other people.
Then I'm just looking someone in the face like, be sad, be sad.
You're just willing it to happen. Do you co-write ever?
I've only ever done it once. I'm not as very good with it. I like writing when the world is quiet. I write most of my songs between 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to be alone and quiet.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say to a young Tyler Hood who's just getting started? If you were around other young people like you were that had an interest in music, what advice would you give them?
Don't drop out of college.
Is that a personal experience?
Yeah. Don't put that on there.
Don't use that.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry. I'm just trying to think, what have you learned in your young life that you feel would be helpful for other young aspiring musicians to know going forward? I mean, you've done this your way. You've blazed your own trail, which I think is incredible.
Yeah, I think that I don't know if this sounds insensitive, but it's if I could tell myself to not take it so seriously for, a long time ago. I think that is a lot of it. I think you just got to do it if it feels good.
So you got to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
And not try to do it to please other people.
Yeah.
And that way other people's words and perception doesn't really hurt because you're not doing it for them in the first place.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
It's early morning, the sun was shining through the clouds and the trees, and you were smiling, kinda laughing in the car next to me. I took a turn too fast and I let that sucker roll. Round and round like we were dancing into a power line pole. And it happened so fast I couldn't see you through all of the glass. But I held onto your hand as we flew through the air. And maybe if you were the same, then I could live out the rest of my life without shame. But you win wherever you go, and I hope you are better, but I'll never know. And your daddy said he can't believe that I could take something so perfect and make it all bleed. And I know that he's in the right, but that don't help me now while I'm drunk here tonight. And I remember that you told me that you'd be a nurse when you passed in the spring. And I wish that you could help me tonight in this bar. And I know just like everyone that it's hard to get back on the road once you're gone. And 5 miles over the limit is all that it takes. And if life is a dream, then I'm afraid of waking up. But it's colder and deeper than the bottom of my cup. And how I wish that we could be 16 again. In my old man's car on the way to go swim.